Africa is the closest continent to Europe. It is closer than you could imagine. To put it in perspective, from Morocco to Melilla, a small city in Spain, would be only 9 miles. That's about 10 to 17 minutes drive on a car with an average speed of 60 kilometers per hour. Could this be one of the reasons why more than 150 migrants risked their lives a few years ago, jumped the fence and headed to Spain? By the way, this is a horrible way to japa or migrate abroad. Given the short distance between an African country of Morocco and Spain, why is there no connecting bridge to facilitate movement and trade? This is a question that is more complex than it might seem, but let's solve the puzzle together. Kindly hit the subscribe button below and turn on the bell to never miss our next video. Our journey begins with the Strait of Gibraltar, a mere 14 kilometers wide nestled between Spain and Morocco. This strait separates Africa from Europe. This narrow strip of water would help us understand why there is no bridge between Africa and Europe. The Strait of Gibraltar is the only natural link between the Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea, and is one of the busiest waterways in the world. It is believed that around 300 ships pass through the strait each day, and around 100,000 ships per year. To build a bridge across the waterway would be almost impossible. Here is why. Geographically, the Strait of Gibraltar possesses a monumental engineering challenge. Its depth plunged to 900 meters, making it a formidable task to anchor the pillars necessary for the bridge. It would be very difficult to build at that depth. A tectonic boundary runs through the strait between Europe and Africa, making a bridge or tunnel a lot more risky. But the challenges don't stop there. The relentless ocean currents and powerful winds create harsh conditions, further complicating the construction process. Conflicting interests, politics and culture also come into play. Europe and Africa boast unique histories, diverse cultures, and sometimes conflicting interests. Constructing a bridge could potentially raise concerns related to national security, immigration, and the flow of goods and services. Then there are economic considerations. Shipping routes through the Mediterranean and the Suez Canal are vital for global trade. A bridge could disrupt these routes, impacting both economies. In more recent decades, the role of the strait, in combination with the Suez Canal as the primary sea route for trade between Europe and the growing markets of East and South Asia, and as a route for tanker traffic carrying Middle East oil for European markets. Therefore, maintaining the current system of using ships and airplanes for transportation remains more feasible and cost-effective. But let's not forget, Europe and Africa are already interconnected in multiple ways. Cultural exchange, international agreements, and infrastructure projects like tunnels and ferries all contribute to the bond between these continents. It's evident that while a physical bridge may seem unlikely, the connection between Europe and Africa extends far beyond the constraints of geography. Understanding the complexities of geography, politics, and economies allows us to appreciate the intricate web of reasons behind the absence of a bridge. Yet, it also reminds us of the profound ties that exist between Europe and Africa.